Segunda base, sexto de orden, Dominic. Jardinero derecho, séptimo de orden, Richardson. Receptor, octavo de orden, Ricardo. Shortstop, noveno de orden, John Borodius. El pitcher, abridor por el equipo nacional de Países Bajos, Dominic. Y ahora, invitamos al resto de los jugadores, a los jugadores suplentes, que están, por favor, salir del protocolo y permanecer fuera de este. Y ahora, esta es la alineación inicial del equipo local, el equipo nacional de República Dominicana. Recibimos con un buen aplauso al coach Héctor Moore. Jardinero derecho, tercero de orden, Julio Rodríguez. Quinto de orden, Jordan Mises. Tercera base, sexto de orden, Diego. Shortstop, séptimo de orden, Ramón Torres. Receptor, octavo de orden, Rodney Baldwin. Segunda base, noveno de orden, Gustavo Núñez. Osvaldo Tito. Le solicitamos al resto del staff y de los jugadores suplentes, por favor, salir del programa y permanecer fuera de este. Señoras y señores, ese es el cuerpo de umpires que nos acompaña esta tarde. De Puerto Rico, el señor Dominic. De México, el señor de los Estados Unidos, el señor Ángel Campos. De Colombia, el señor Ramiro Alfaro. Señoras y señores, les suplicamos ponernos de pie, por favor, y respetuosamente escuchar el himno nacional del equipo nacional de Países Bajos. Damas y caballeros, de la misma manera solicitamos mantenerse de pie para escuchar con todo respeto el himno nacional de la selección nacional del equipo de República Dominicana. Señoras y señores, fuerte el aplauso para las selecciones de países hermanos y República Dominicana para este partido número 13 del Campeonato Internacional de la WSC. Fuerte el aplauso para ellos.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Puebla, Mexico, on the final day of round-robin play to open the 2021 baseball final qualifier from the World Baseball Softball Confederation, as today the world's number 9 from the Netherlands will be the visiting team taking on the world's number 10 from the Dominican Republic. Hi everybody and welcome to Estadio Hermano Cerdán as we get set to go on the final day of round-robin play for these three teams who are playing for the final ticket to Tokyo and the 2020 Olympic Games. My name is Tyler Mon. Orlando Palma has our coverage on the Spanish side, and we are delighted to have you along for this one, whether you are tuned in on this side of the globe and where the sun is still shining, or if you're across the ocean in the Netherlands tensely watching to see if your team can grab its first win of this final baseball qualifier. Today, these two teams need wins for very different reasons. If the Dominican Republic wins this game today, it is on to Saturday as the top finisher from round-robin play, and it will square off with the winner of tomorrow's matchup between the second and third place teams here in this baseball final qualifier. If the Netherlands were to win this game today, then all of a sudden everybody through round-robin play is 1-1, and that's when things get down to the nitty-gritty of runs scored, runs against, and the qualification through the equations of all of our TQB mechanics moving on toward the final days of this baseball final qualifier. There you get a look at the standings. We'll take a look at our umpiring crew as well today with a 4-man crew set to officiate this contest between the two teams on that ladder who have only played one game so far. The Dominican Republic back on Monday, 10-7 winners over Venezuela, and the Netherlands last night with a 9-3 loss to Venezuela, playing as the home team here at Nido Verde, the Green Nest. That is our home plate umpire, Ruben Ramos from Puerto Rico. At first base is Edgar Huerta from Mexico. Second base is Angel Campos from the United States. And third base, Ramiro Alfaro from Colombia. Those four guys set to go today with Ruben Ramos calling the balls and strikes behind the plate. And we are just about set to go for the top third of this lineup as announced by Netherlands manager Hensley Meulens. John Dito Trump, 3 hits yesterday out of the top spot for his lineup. He's in left field. Then it's Roger Bernardina in center, and Charlon Scope, who belted a 2-run homer in the 9th inning last night. He is batting third at third base. Adamar Rafaela was a pinch hitter yesterday. He's the DH in the cleanup spot today. Then it's Jeremy Profar, who is at first. Carlton Dahl shifts from short, where he started yesterday, to second base. Denzel Richardson likewise was a pinch hitter yesterday. He'll bat in the 7th spot in right field. Deshenko Ricardo gets his first nod behind the plate. John Polonius, who entered as a pinch runner yesterday, will bat in the 9th spot at shortstop. Dominican Republic defense looks like this: left, center, and right. Joan Mieses in left. Emilio Bonifacio in center. Julio Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners is in right. Diego Goriza and Ramon Torres on the left side of the infield. Gustavo Nunez and the big guy Juan Francisco on the right side. And Roldani Baldwin makes his first start behind the plate for the Dominican Republic today. There he will catch the tosses from the right-handed 25-year-old Osvaldo Bito, who gets the nod for the DR. A tall and live right-hander, 6'3", 175 pounds, and a guy who right now is turning himself into a prospect in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. He debuted in his professional career in the Pirate system in 2017. He's gotten better and better every year throughout his career. Born on October 18th, 1995, currently at the AA level with the Altoona Curve in central Pennsylvania. and a guy who the Pittsburgh Pirates seem to be finding they've got something in a prospect who now gets a chance to pitch in his first WBSC event at this level, certainly as a member of this top-level national team, trying to pitch the Dominican Republic into Saturday's final game of this baseball final qualifier with a ticket to Tokyo and the Olympic Games on the line here at Nito Verde. We've got a gorgeous day for baseball. There was some weather in the area a little earlier this afternoon. Always in this area of central Mexico, there is a threat of summer thunderstorms and rain and all that. But right now we've got pretty clear skies overhead. Some clouds, but at least nothing in terms of precipitation. And we are just about ready to go for first pitch between these two teams. The Netherlands looking for its first victory and to force a three-way tie coming out of round robin play. And for the Dominican Republic, a win today would put them at 2-0. Venezuela already done for the round robin. They are 1-1. And the Netherlands right now 0-1 and in need of this victory today to stay alive for a potential trip to Saturday as the top team out of this round robin. Tomorrow, the second and third place finishers from this round robin circuit will get set for a matchup, their second of this final qualifier here at Nito Verde, as that game will get started 5 o'clock in the evening coming up tomorrow. See the two guys to get this game started. Jandito Tromp and Roldani Baldwin, the starting left fielder for the Netherlands and catcher for the Dominican Republic, sharing a laugh a moment ago as Tromp got set to step into the batter's box. Just waiting on the go-ahead to get the lid lifted on this one, and we will, as it looks right now, at exactly 5 o'clock in the evening, which was just like yesterday, as Jandito Tromp will get himself ready, climb into that right-handed batter's box, stare out to Osvaldo Bito on the mound, and await the first offering of this matchup. And pitch number one is there for a called strike, and we are underway at 5 o'clock in the evening. It really is a gorgeous night for baseball here in Puebla, with a sun-splashed field down below us. And a 1-1 count on Jandito Tromp. Tromp yesterday went 3 for 5 out of the leadoff spot. All of his hits were singles. He scored the first run of the game for the Netherlands. That came back in the 5th inning. Swinging a fly ball foul, first base side. Oh, 2 pitch on the way is low and outside. First ball of the night from Osvaldo Bito. And 1-2 on Tromp. The Netherlands yesterday went hitless in the first inning, 3 up, 3 down against Venezuela starter Jonathan Diaz. And then Diaz did not come out for the second inning. And it was 8 innings of work from the Venezuela bullpen, which did terrific work. Limited the Netherlands to 7 runs through the next 7 innings. Gave up a 2-run homer in the 9th. But by that point, Venezuela had built an insurmountable lead. As a bouncing ball to second is out number 1. Gustavo Nunez with a routine play to take down Jandito Tromp. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll send it to Roger Bernardina. Bernardina 1 for 4 yesterday, a guy who made his mark in yesterday's game on the defensive side. Tromp threw out, or Bernardina threw out 2 base runners from the outfield yesterday. And in there from the left-handed side. One ball, no strikes on Bernardina. Bito kicks in, comes home, and that one's on the inside corner. Fastball spotted in there, 93 miles an hour. Osvaldo Bito currently at the AA level in minor league baseball in the United States. And he is off to a good start. 7 starts so far this season, a 2-0 record and a 3.41 ERA. Bito made his professional debut back in 2017 in the Dominican Summer League. And that season, not great numbers for his debut campaign. He went 1-8 in 15 appearances. 13 of those were starts as Bernardina hangs in, fouling that pitch away. 5.33 ERA. But since then, he's gotten better every single season that he's been in professional baseball in the United States. In 2018, he went stateside to the U.S. and pitched with short season West Virginia, the Black Bears, and dropped the ERA to 4.18 in 14 starts. So one more start and one fewer total appearance than what he had the year prior. 4.18 ERA, a 4-6 record. 2019 made the climb to full season ball. Pitched for the Greensboro Grasshoppers and the Bradenton Marauders. 25 starts combined between those two levels as he just misses off the plate there. 12-8 record and a 3.32 ERA. And that included 5 starts at the Class A advanced level, as it was known then. And in those 5 starts, an ERA of 2.25. 2-2 pitch to Bernardina, roped right side and into the waiting glove of Nunez. 2 men gone. And now this season in Double-A, which is really one of the make-or-break levels in professional baseball, Beto has been outstanding for the Altoona Curve. 7 starts, 3.41 ERA, 2-0 record. He struck out 30 batters and walked just 12 in 31 2/3 innings pitched. And now with 2 outs, he'll go to work against Charlon Scope out of the 3-hole, and he pours the first pitch in there for a strike at 88 miles an hour. Outfield straightaway. Be very interested to see the way this ballpark plays this evening. Of course, 2 nights ago, we had 10 combined homers between Venezuela and the Dominican Republic. Last night, just 1 home run, and it came in the 9th inning when the outcome of that game was very much in hand for Venezuela. 2-run homer hit by this guy, Charlon Scope. Belted a blast following a leadoff single by Adamar Rifaela. It is great to see Rifaela back in this lineup today. He's in the on-deck circle. Well, not literally currently. He's in the dugout, I guess. Oh, no, I guess he is out there in the on-deck circle. Didn't see him behind a little bit of the screen. But Rifaela got a single in the 9th inning and came up lame, busting his tail down the first baseline, grabbing the back of his, I believe it was his left leg last night. And we saw a really cool moment that I know has gotten some traction on social media today. Hernan Perez, the first baseman for Venezuela, took up the cause of helping to get Rifaela into the dugout on the third base side. Fox Martinez, who is the first base coach for the Netherlands, and Perez got an arm around their shoulders from Rifaela and helped carry him over to the third base dugout. And that was really cool, but it's great to see him back in there as the inning will come to a close here, and that will do it. Netherlands gone 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first inning. An orderly top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Netherlands scoreless, and the Dominican Republic coming up on the final day of round-robin play here in the WBSC Baseball final qualifier from Puebla. first inning coming up. The Dominican Republic dispatching the Netherlands. 1-2-3 in the top of the inning. And the DR lineup looks like this. Emilio Bonifacio will lead things off. He's in center field. Then Melky Cabrera, the DH, batting second. Julio Rodriguez is in right field and hitting in the 3 spot. Juan Francisco, big bat out of the cleanup spot, is at first base. Then it's Joan Mieses, who hit a home run as far as I have seen one in a WBSC event in quite some time, back on Monday night. Diego Goris in the 6th spot. He is the third baseman. And Ramon Torres, the shortstop. Roldani Baldwin, the catcher. And Gustavo Nunez, the second baseman, rounding out the order. Bonifacio back on Monday night. No, Tuesday night. Confused on days. Tuesday night. Today is Thursday, which means 2 days ago would have been Tuesday. Emilio went 2 for 5 out of the leadoff spot. This is the exact same lineup that Hector Borg ran out 2 nights ago, with the exception of the catching spot, as Roldani Baldwin is out there tonight in place of Tuesday night's starting catcher, Charlie Valerio, as an easy little line out there as out number 1. That'll bring up the former Major League All-Star, Melky Cabrera. Cabrera, an All-Star in 2012 as a member of the San Francisco Giants. It's so funny when you think back to Melky Cabrera's career, you probably think of him as a New York Yankee, maybe a Chicago White Sox outfielder in Major League Baseball in the United States. But his lone All-Star appearance was with the San Francisco Giants. He only spent 1 season with the Giants, and he was outstanding that year. His age 27 season, batted .346, .390, .516, a .906 OPS. He was the MVP of the All-Star game that year in Kansas City. He bounces this one fair off the glove of Profar, who hustles to it and still gets the out at first. That's a nice recovery by Jeremy Profar. And 2 men retired, and that'll bring up Julio Rodriguez. I was very thrilled today in the hotel to finally get a chance to meet Julio. And I say finally because I've talked with Julio a few times through some other work that I do. Interviewed him for a podcast once last year during the pandemic, and have talked to him before. Follow each other on social media. I have followed his career closely, but we had never met in person, and finally got a chance to meet Julio today. And he is just as good of a young guy as all the reports say. And was excited to get to pregame meal with his teammates, and I know how thrilled he is to be here. He said after the Baseball Americas qualifier a few weeks ago in Florida that this international experience was one of the coolest things he had ever done in his baseball career. And this is a guy who has all the makings of a future superstar in Major League Baseball, and right now is tearing things up at the high A level in minor league baseball in his professional career in that Seattle Mariners system in the United States. But all of his focus at this moment is on this task with the DR. And to be 21 years old and be hitting in the 3 spot in this order, we talked about this a lot during the Baseball Americas qualifiers. He goes right back up the middle past a diving Carlton Dahl for yet another hit. Julio was held hitless on Tuesday night and still found a way to contribute. Got on an error, reached on a walk that sparked the 5-run 7th inning that turned that game in favor of the Dominican Republic. He just is such a difficult out. And that pitch left up, and he gets the bat to it and bounces it right by tonight's Netherlands starting pitcher, Tom de Blok, who we'll tell you about as the evening goes along. Tom de Blok is a great story as well. Defensively, by the way, for the Netherlands is John Dito Tromp in left, Roger Bernardina in center, and Denzel Richardson in right. Charlon Scope and John Polonius at third and short as they shift, a very dramatic shift for Juan Francisco. Carlton Dahl and Jeremy Profar on the right side of the infield, and Deshenko Ricardo is behind the plate. Man, this is as dramatic a shift as I have ever seen in a WBSC event. If we get a shot of it on that right side into the outfield, we'll show you what I'm talking about. First pitch into the dirt. A nice block back there by Roldani Baldwin, or check that, by Deshenko Ricardo. Juan Francisco, the Giant Horse, as his nickname in his pretty legendary career in Dominican Republic baseball. El Caballo Gigante. He is not slowing down with the bat, I'll tell you that much. He has been a force in this tournament, just like he was in the Baseball Americas qualifier. Back on Tuesday night, he went 3 for 5, belted a homer, drove in 5 runs for his team in that 10-7 win over Venezuela. The shift right now has, I believe that is John Polonius, who is way out there in right field. I mean, Polonius is playing medium depth in right field, kind of toward the line. Denzel Richardson is back almost to the warning track. Carlton Dahl, the second baseman, is basically at his normal position. And Charlon Scope, I believe that's still Scope on the left side of the infield. Scope got the start last night at second base. So I think that's Polonius, who's all the way out there in right. So, 3-ball, 1-strike count on Francisco. As Tom DeBlock is very careful with the veteran with a man on. Pitch on the way from Tom is fouled back into the screen, and that will put it full. They're playing some hits at this ballpark. I don't know the last time I heard that song Black Velvet was. Yesterday they played a fantastic Kings of Leon song that I had not heard since college. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez away from first. Profar backs up, not holding him there, and Julio off with a pitch. But we'll do it again on 3-2. I don't even know who sang this song. Just a little bit before my time. It was Alana Miles, evidently, according to the good folks at Shazam. Runner off of the pitch, a swing and a miss, and Francisco gone on strikes, and that will do it for the final out of the first inning, as the Dominican Republic will leave a man aboard. We'll go to the second, all scoreless in Puebla. Three up, 3 down went the Netherlands in the first. Dominican Republic putting a man on with 2 outs in the bottom half of the first inning, but leaving him there. And Ademar Rafaela will lead things off for the Netherlands here in the second. Rafaela yesterday when he singled, but thankfully back there in the lineup today. And right now leading this middle third of the order off. It'll be Rafaela, and then the first baseman Jeremy Profar, who bats 5th. Carlton Dahl is at play. They had the shift on Rafaela. So 4 straight retired by Osvaldo Bido to lead. Profar yesterday 0 for 3 with a run batted in. Jeremy batted out of the 3 spot yesterday, drove in his team's first run on a sacrifice fly to center field in the 6th.